Alright, now I'm going to start painting Haylie's hair. Now, whenever I start before I start actually painting, I always take a good look and studying my photograph. And this photograph of Haylie's hair is mostly in shadow. There is a section of light on her hair. Haylie's hair is very dark. It's not black, but it's a dark brown with a little bit auburn tints to it. And it's a very fine texture. It's not bushy. It looks very, very messed up in this photograph. And that's what it is. Actually, I'm glad I wiped off the first painting that I had on my portrait. The one that I showed in the first clip where I had done the second painting, but then I wiped it off in order to demo. I'm really glad that I did that because I had given her quite a big head. In fact, looking at the first fire, I may be a little bit challenged to get it right. Here is a portrait that I painted. Give you a better idea of what how her hair actually is. This is a portrait I painted of Haylie based on a photograph which I took that same day, a different photograph that I've painted, this portrait called Haylie's Eyes. The reason I'm showing it is just to give you an idea of what her hair is like. It's very, very fine. It's curly, but it's not curly on the top. It comes down, it's very silky, wispy, and then it curls a lot around the bottom and the back. So baby hair is usually fine. You don't want to paint it real coarse like an adult's hair might be. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start painting Haylie's hair. And I'm going to start with a square shader. And this time I'm going to use a little square shader that I happen to buy just trying out different brands from different stores and stuff. I might actually start carrying this one because for hair texture it works good. It's a terrible square shader if you're trying to paint smoothly, but it works pretty good if you want to get a little bit of texture in your hair. So I'm going to take the rich brown and I'm mixing it with a little bit of black. Oil is really your enemy here. You don't want to get a whole lot of oil because it makes it hard. I'm just laying some color in, but I'm also trying to do it a little bit uneven as I think the hair might lie with some curls in it like that. Part of her hair's over this way. It's a little bit of a part, not too much. And I'm not going to do a whole lot in here with the brush because she's got a lot of skin there, so I'm just going to kind of wait for that. Again, just trying to lay some color in here so I can have something to work with. I must confess that I'm a little more intimidated trying to demonstrate Haylie's hair than I was with her mama's. Anytime you do a baby's hair, I've had to play with it a lot to get it to where I wanted it. And the idea of doing it on tape, where people are watching me, I kind of wonder if I can get it right. But you'll see what I do, and I may have to play with it a lot. Alright, so I've got some color in there in her hair. She has some bangs that come down this way too. But again, I'm going to hold off on finishing that. I'm going to use my hair texture brush. And I'm going to try to get I need it oiled, but I don't want a whole lot of oil in it. I'm just going to start brushing her hair a little bit here. And she's kind of smashed up against her mama. So I'm not doing anything in a specific style. I'm just trying to do some wisps that maybe give the impression that she's got hair falling in tendrils through there. And get the brush back in order again. I like to press it down on the cloth and try to keep it as close to, you know, kind of like a square shader, but obviously the edges of that are uneven, which is what I want. We'll pull some hair down this way. But do you see, obviously I'm going to have to play with that a lot more, but I basically got some light wispy looking hair that looks a little bit curly. Now she's going to, I should say here, mention, I see I've messed this up, but that's okay because I've got a lot more color to add. So you know, I'm going to have a lot to do in the next fires. I should mention though that I have to, before I fire this, I have to put color, paint the shoulder area and her clothing, and of course Haylie's clothing. And then after I get done with putting the color in there, I'm going to come back in and I will probably pull out a few stray wisps. And I might do that, I probably will do that with the 10-0 liner brush. Just, I will paint some in probably. Some little light wisps of hair. And I'm not going to leave these on here, but give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Just having a few hanging over.